Good morning. It's Monday morning. It's a new week. And obviously, for obvious reasons to a lot of you, we missed the weekly update last week. And to be honest, I haven't fully prepared one for this week because I probably won't remember everything that's gone on. So what I'm going to do is just tell you a little bit about this week. It's starting off today with Hoitze and Iceman heading up to the vets. So Hoitze needs a bit more attention on his teeth and he needs to stand in the stocks just to give him a bit of support while he's sedated. I'm also taking Iceman, and again, I don't know whether it's been shown much on a video before now, but Iceman got a little, we thought it was rub mark above his eye a few weeks back that we thought was healing up, but over the last week, 10 days, it's grown quite a bit, and unfortunately it is looking very sarcoidy, as Sam said when I sent him a picture of it. So I'm taking him up there and Sam's actually going to remove it. It's very unfortunate because, you know, it's very nice of Hunnis to share things, but really not to share his sarcoids, especially around the eye. It's been such a challenge with him with sarcoids around his eyes over the years. We certainly don't want another one, do we, Iceman? So here he is. He's the little man. And you can just see above his eye there, this nasty little beast that we need to get removed. So that's today. We've also got some visitors from Eat the Horses that Jodie and Lisa are going to look after. Then tomorrow we've got the wonderful Sally Crabtree coming to visit, and you may remember that she won a session in our friendship barn during our Christmas raffles. Hello Uba, hello my darling. So she's coming along on Tuesday, and then Wednesday we're having our first beach walk. So not entirely sure who's going yet, but we'll work that out in the next couple of days. So that takes us to Wednesday. What's going on Thursday? After cancelling Mel for last week, again for obvious reasons, we are back at Mel's on Thursday. So I'll be taking Doubtson and Jodie will be taking Iceman if he's recovered enough from his little op that he's having this morning. I think we've also got stable stays on Thursday. I'm pretty sure we have. Or we've got a friendship barn session and a stable stays on Friday. As you can tell, my little brain isn't working very well. Is it, Uber? But we'll all get through the week together. Another week here. And I think we've even got some nice sunshine due on Wednesday. So yeah, that's the update for this week. And thank you from this gorgeous big fella for all his birthday wishes yesterday. It's the Hoitze, 23 years young, 20 years in our lives. Quite phenomenal. So many memories with him, so many adventures. But this morning he's got to go off to the vets. So Sam's going to be sedating him a little more than he does usually, because he's got a few problems with his teeth that we need to get sorted out to make sure he can keep tucking into those lovely big breakfasts and keep the weight on. So to the start of the morning, we're actually heading into Bessie's barn for a little bit of a clean up first. Good morning, Annie. I'm glad to see that you've come down for your breakfast. What have you done with Prince Skull and Hidda? Eh? Are they still AWOL up the top? Here's the two laminitic girls. Look how well Nika's walking across the stones in these boots. Roni's pretty good in a straight line. She's not so good on a turn at the moment. But I'm hoping we're heading in the right direction with both of them. Khan, are you coming out? Are you super chilled after your morning exercises? Eh? You look like you've been dragged through a hedge backwards. You've got so many shavings on you. Come on, young man. You gonna come with me? Nero. He says, freedom to the left, If I go with her to the right, then I have to go on the horse walker. Come on. Are you coming? You're not quite sure, are you? Here, I'll give you some guidance. We've got to squeeze past Annie. No, you're not going in that stable, you nana. Come back this way. Is that because you're being respectful of Annie? Look, Annie's going to move out your way. Go on, Annie, darling. Maybe you're not. Annie, you need to let Nero come past. Come on. See, this is good how he's showing respect to her, even just out on the yard. Come on, morning walkies. There we go, morning clean-up's done. You can stand in Bessie's barn now to dry out for a bit before we have to head up the motorway. I'm going to go and get the Iceman in. Do you have to JB sit today? Yeah? How's that cheek looking? Now, some of you who joined the live that we did yesterday for Hoitze's birthday will remember she had a great big swelling down the side of her mouth. And I was slightly worried that she had a big ulcer going on there. So I managed to get my hand in and have a bit of a rummage around in your cheek, didn't I? But it's looking so much better today that I don't actually think it's anything we need to worry about. And I think it was probably just a whole load of food that got compacted in there. So next time Sam's here doing some dental checks, we'll add you to the list, won't we? But yes, go back to your babysitting duties. Jubbers, you've got your stepmom for today. Doesn't look impressed. Oh, Iceman. You're going to go in the stable for a minute. Julie's introduced me to this spray. What's it called?
Lucillin.
Lucillin, and hopefully this is going to help with the patches that Hoitze gets on his chest and Anya. Couldn't resist doing the first bit now, and we can do this several times a day, yeah?
Yeah, 3 or 4 times a day.
Excellent. A little bit more sedation, but he's in the stocks. Sam's had a feel around already, and it was really stinky, wasn't it?
Pretty rank. Wouldn't want it on your cornflakes.
You wouldn't want it on your cornflakes?
No, I wouldn't, no. It's squirts in my eye there.
Don't squirt stuff in your eye.
That's less bad than his teeth. So.
He's totally weird on the stocks.
So this is why he needed to come into the stocks, because he just needed something to support his weight, because last time in Bessie's barn he looked like he was going to fall over. So this offers him a lot more support.
Flush the gap out. Good fella, you okay? You okay? Good lad. So it's getting bigger over the last month.
Yes, definitely.
I'm just going to see if it will shell out, because it looks like it might just, we'll see in a minute, but shell out and come out as a lump. It doesn't really look exactly like a rug, but it's not exactly how I would expect a sarcoid to be either. So I'll just let him get sleepy for a second.
Okay. So Hoitze is doing this weird thing that he does with his back legs, and he crosses them over, which is one of the reasons why he needs to be in the stocks, because at home he would have literally fallen over. So he's sat on the back here with his legs crossed. We have to keep giving him a bit of a wake up every few minutes, because we don't want him falling down in here. Just trying to get him to distribute his weight evenly. But hopefully he'll wake up fairly soon.
Not not going to shell out, it's just a scab that's going to come off
Is
it.
it not?
Yeah. I'm just going to get a slide and just take an impression off that, so you can see what cells are sitting on it.
Okay.
Good man. Good man, you're alright.
So what's this to do?
Just to see if we can see any particular type of cell sitting on the surface there. Just making a smear of that. Let's go and stain that up, have a look at it in the microscope.
Right, so it looks like what on the...
Well, on the smear, it's just red and white blood cells. It just looks like blood coming out the top of it, which is, you know, not unusual. But if it was certain other types of masses, like, I mean, if it's a dog, you'd say it looks a bit like a histiocytoma and see lots of histiocytes. But there's no cells on it which are suggestive of what it could be. And so, I mean, that would be the case if it was a sarcoid. Similarly, if it was a rub or originated from a rub and it's just taking a bit of time to heal, that'd be the case as well. The two options are either to remove it or to give it another couple of weeks. If it was here, I would absolutely remove it. It would be dead easy to do. The risk of removing it there is that if it goes well and it all came to the place where you moved it healed up fine, that's grand.
Mm.
But if it breaks down or there's any complications and affects his eyelid, particularly with something benign, you wish you hadn't done it.
Right.
Because you know you can affect the shape of his eyelid potentially forever. I mean, I think it's unlikely, but potentially forever.
Is it worth doing a proper biopsy on it?
I suppose you could just do a punch biopsy.
Because then at least
we
we know either way, don't we?
A really tiny biopsy, yeah. Just
Okay.
2 seconds. Yeah, that's right. Out in the middle of the lump.
Yeah.
Yeah. Get
So-
that sent off. That'll give us an answer.
And then how soon are we likely to hear?
By the end of the week at the latest. Let me just take one more. I would like to have more than one sample if possible.
And then if it is sarcoid,
We'll remove it. I think we'll probably laser it, although it's quite close to the eye, but we'll cross the bridge when we get to it.
okay. Boys are back home. Hoitze's feeling sensitive in his mouth, so he's not that keen on an apple. But Iceman scoffed a banana. Oh no, he's throwing it at you, Lisa. That's nice, isn't it?
Would you prefer apples?
Yeah. So Hoitze's had the muck cleaned out from the gaps between his teeth, and he's had more putty put in there to try and help those gums heal. And hopefully that will do him for a while. But you ready to go back with little Jubbers and Yodel? They're not even here waiting for you, darling. That's shocking, isn't it? So he is a little bit sore on one of his back legs because of the way that he was leaning on the stocks there. And I think he's probably just feeling a little bit bruised. But he gets his bute. He's on 2 bute a day. Oh, bless him. I shouldn't really film him peeing, but he was absolutely desperate for a whittle. I'll save your dignity and pan over to Yodel. Yodel, you're going to come down and see how Hoitze is. Please don't come through the wall. We've already done that once. Neil's already had to repair it. There's a gateway to your right, Yolanda. Don't look for the shortest route. Right, are you done, Hoitze? Yeah? Is she going to come down and see you? You're going to meet halfway. Aww. She'll be saying, so where have you been, Hoitze? What have you been up to? And where's the little guy? Where's the little fella? Nowhere to be seen. Now, Renska is going to free rein, but what I want to do is actually pop this muzzle on her overnight, because she's lost a good amount of weight while she's been in with Nika on her Laminitic's restricted diet of soaked haylage. But Chris came along today and had a look at her, and he said that there's no digital pulse, which is something that you feel for in the front legs down here when you're looking for laminitis, and he couldn't feel anything. So maybe she did have a touch of laminitis, but we suspect that there may be some other arthritic changes going on. You can see there how she's pointing that front foot, and she does tend to shift her weight backwards and forwards between these two. But anyway, we're going to let her out tonight with the muzzle on, so that she is restricted on what she eats. So I've just now got the job of fitting this, but it's supposed to be, it's got really good reviews, this muzzle, and we've tried multiple ones over the years, but we're going to give this a go because it's nice and soft, and it's supposed to allow them a little bit more freedom and not rub as badly as some of the other ones that we've had over the years. So there, we're all fitted. Not 100% sure that I've done it right, but let's hope. So she's got a little bit of distance from her nose, but it's going to feel very weird for her to start with. And Ren's not a particular fan of having things around her head at the best of times. But we'll keep an eye and see how she gets on with that. And you can see underneath, there's just that one little hole that she'll be able to get grass from that, but it's going to take her a little while to adjust. Hidda, you going to look after Auntie Ren tonight? Yeah? What do we think, Ren? And then we've got the other two girlies, the Fat Camp girlies, Mabel and Spesh. They're actually up there with full tummies because I did let them through into the top field this morning. So they're looking quite content this evening. And they've definitely dropped there. Mabel's still got a tummy, but she's not quite got the fat pads that she had. You got something up your nose, Hidda. Ren, you're not going back down the road. Not yet.
I wake up in the morning with a smile on my face, feeling thankful for the love and the happiness we chase. Sun is shining brightly, sky so blue and clear. With every breath I take, I'm grateful you are near. So grateful, yeah. Thank you for the laughter, thank you for the tears, thank you for the moments that we hold dear. Thank you for the love, thank you for the light. I'm grateful every day. You make my world so bright, oh so bright. The world can be a crazy place, with valleys and with peaks, but you bring joy into